Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about when to start your dreadlocks. So if you found yourself at this video, you're either wondering if you should get dreads at all or when the perfect time to start dreadlocks is. Alright guys, so there are different methods of getting dreadlocks, and I do have a preference for each of those methods, especially for the methods that I went through, which is sponging and twisting. So there are timestamps down below if you guys want to go ahead and skip to whichever method you have right now. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the sponge method, but I will be mentioning my preferences on the twisting and comb coils method as well. But before we actually get into the video, guys, if you guys like dreadlock content, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It's going to be a lot more dreadlock content coming soon. And also, I'd really appreciate if you guys hit that like button. It really does help the algorithm. So thank you guys a lot. And we're going to go ahead and get into this video now. So like I said, there are different methods, and with each method of getting dreadlocks, you're going to come out with a different look of dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying? So, sponging your hair is definitely not going to, starting off sponging your hair is definitely not going to look like comb coils, twisting out your hair like that. So it's two different things, so just keep that in mind. Now, as you guys can see, I actually started off sponging my hair when it was about 1 to 2 inches. So look at this picture, it was about 1 to 2 inches here, and this is when I really started to sponge my hair. So now if you're going to start off your dreadlocks with the sponge method, I really do recommend that you guys start off with 1 to 2 inches of length. And honestly, starting off sponging your hair earlier than that really is not going to hurt anything, and you just have to really accept the fact that it's not too much there to sponge. You're just starting off with some hair, but if you're going to start off with 1 to 2 inches, that's what I would recommend, because if you can actually get these dreadlocks started off early, after a while it's going to start locking up, and it's going to already have its foundation. So really 1 to 2 inches, I feel like that is the sweet spot when you're using the sponge method. And don't hesitate to actually go a little bit lower than that, but I think 1 to 2 inches is really the sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? So if you go any longer than that, I feel like it's going to be a little bit more work, when it comes to sponging your hair. So I feel like that's the sweet spot for sponging your hair, 1 to 2 inches. Now here's some pics for the months after and when the dread sponge actually started doing its thing. Now I know a lot of you guys are actually just getting your hair twisted without the sponge method, so this next part is for you guys. So you ask, what about comb coils? What about twisting? So as you guys can see, when you get your hair twisted or comb coils, it does not look like any other method. It does not look like the sponge method. The sponge method you have, it's fluffy, it's fluffier, new growth, and but when you have the comb coil or twisting method, it's a lot different. It's actually compact hair, it's actually maintained. So usually when you get comb coils or when you get twists, it actually appears to be a little bit more shrunken up than it actually is. I'm not really sure if shrunken is a word, but we're gonna use that word today. So if you're starting your dreads off using the comb coil or twisting, but you wanna start off your dreads off shorter, just know that there's not gonna be as much hang time, right? So that's why I say it really comes down to preference. There's not gonna be as much hang time, but on the other side, if you start your hair off, on the longer side like I did, it's just gonna turn out longer, and you're gonna have a lot more hang time if you have longer hair starting off getting your hair twisted or comb coil. You know what I'm saying? So for example, if you decided you were gonna actually grow your hair out for about, I don't even know, I'm not gonna give it a time, but just say you're gonna grow your hair out for about 4 to 6 inches, something like that, or even longer, but you decide to get dreadlocks, you're gonna have a lot of hang time. You're just gonna have a lot of hang time, you know what I'm saying? So it's no like perfect time, I guess. Really just comes all down to like preference and what you really want for your hair, what type of look you want for your hair. So in conclusion, guys, there really is no black and white rule of when you should start your dreadlocks, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, with the dread sponge, I really recommend, I think that 1 to 2 inches is pretty good. That's when I started off, but it's not gonna hurt you if you go earlier or a little bit later. It's not gonna hurt you at all, really. You're gonna have dreadlocks at the end of the day, but if you guys are aiming for a certain type of look, or very maintained or very structured, you want your dreadlocks to be like a certain way, then I feel like you should just make decisions based on that, you know what I'm saying? So what I would say is go 1 to 2 inches before you actually start sponging your hair. And guys, when it comes to comb coils or twisting, just realize that the longer your hair is before you actually get it comb coiled or twisted, the longer hang time you're gonna have. You're gonna have a lot of hang time. So check this guy's picture out right here. As you guys can see, he has about 4 inches, maybe like 4, maybe pushing 5 inches working with him right there. So as you guys can see, when he got his hair twisted, his hair is, it's not too long, but it's long. It's longer than a lot of starter locks that you guys have seen. I know you guys have seen those starter locks where it's really tiny, but no hate, because everybody has to start somewhere. But I'm pretty sure his preference was to have some type of hang time, which he does. He grew his hair out, now it has some hang time. So there is no black and white rule, and it is all preference. But my recommendation, if you guys really want to see what your hair is going to look like at a certain length with a certain method, maybe you guys should actually go look up some pictures. Just look up some reference pictures that you guys can see of other people getting the same method and their hair their hair at the same length, because you know on Google there's hella pictures. You guys can go check that out and use that as a reference, you know what I'm saying? So, and there's different hair types. You guys can go by your hair type. So I would definitely go online, look if you guys are really curious on what it would look like at different stages, you know, different lengths that you guys want to start your hair. But there is no black and white, okay? There's no black and white. Comes down to what you want, comes down to preference and, you know, the look that you want. So guys, take this information and just do what you guys want with it. So I hope you guys learned something today. If you guys have any questions, do not hesitate to DM me on Instagram, or you guys can just comment in the comment section. Yeah, hopefully you guys learned something today, and if you guys did learn something today, make sure you guys hit that like button and make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.